with 6 News at noon.
We're following breaking news out of Okemos today, where an apartment building is now on fire. It's our top story at noon. Hello everyone, I'm Kiera Lake. Well, this fire started around 10:45 this morning at the Nob Hill apartment complex right off of Okemos Road. Multiple fire departments are currently responding to the scene, and that's where we find our Darylyn Horn right now live. Darylyn, what can you tell us?
Here, this situation looks terrible, and the residents here are in disbelief at what has happened here at Nob Hill. Now, if you take a look behind me, you can see that this apartment building where the leasing office actually is engulfed. There was a ton of smoke when we first pulled up, and you could see it from miles away. Now, we don't know if everyone is out of the building. That hasn't been confirmed, but police are letting us know that from what they know, that everyone is out of the building, but there are at least 10 to 12 fire trucks around. There are dozens of police officers just trying to work to get out the flames. And I actually have someone here standing with me who is one of the residents inside of this building. Her name is Megan. So this is a tragic incident, obviously, and just run down what happened from what you remember.
We woke up at like 11 a.m. to really hard pounding on our door saying that there was a fire outside. Immediately my boyfriend ran out and he was trying to grab buckets of water to see what happened and just figure out what was going on. I started to gather up all of our pets. We have cats and dogs. And we got them all up, ran outside. I put them in my car, and then we were trying to figure out where it started at. We figured out it was the building that's attached to ours, and so we were looking in and trying to see, because we know people in the unit that we think it started at, and we were hoping that their dogs got out. So we were just trying to make sure everybody got out okay, and now we're just kind of waiting to see if it happened to ours too.
Yeah, how did you feel leading up to those moments where you realized what was going on?
It's really scary. I've been crying a lot because there's a lot of kids in this building, and with winter break this week, just gotta hope that everybody made it out okay, but I don't know, it's just really bad. It spread really fast, and just hope it's done soon.
And of course, we hope everyone is okay in this situation. Thank you so much. So we'll continue to follow this developing story, guys, but like I said, there has been a fire at Nob Hill Apartments. It's really bad. It's actually happening at the leasing office from what we were told by witnesses, and firefighters are on the scene right now just working to put out the flames. They are really bad. It's all around the building. So we'll just keep following this developing story and bring you the very latest as we continue to learn new developments and try to figure out what happened here. Here for you in Okemos, Darylyn Horn, 6 News.
Welcome back, and we're here for you now with an update on the fire that's burning at this apartment complex in Okemos. It started around 10:45 this morning at the Nob Hill Apartments right off of Okemos Road, and that's where you find our Darylyn Horn now live. Darylyn, what can you tell us?
Here, so we decided to walk to the back of the building. If you take a look and walk with me, you can see that the top of this building is completely gone, and now the fire has spread to this part of the building where the L starts here, and it's just continuing to spread no matter what the firefighters are doing at this point. They're still just working really hard to put out these flames, and from my viewpoint, it seems like the fire just continuously spreads. If you can take a look, someone told us that the fire likely started on the 3rd floor and likely spread to tons of other units, and as you can tell here, it's continuing to spread. Now, we spoke with police who tell us that they believe everyone is out of the building, but they cannot confirm whether or not that is true, and residents are just in shock after we spoke with them this morning. They just can't even believe what is going on. But yeah, as you can tell, this fire is really bad. It's just getting worse. As I stand here, you can feel the smoke and the debris just falling on you, and it's really hard to breathe right now. So it's just really bad. I don't know how they're going to get these flames out, but it's spreading everywhere. Yeah, we'll just continue to follow the story and bring you the very latest and see what exactly caused this fire. But in the meantime, I'll send it back to you, Kiera. Here for you in Okemos, Darylyn Horn, 6 News.
Yeah, you can see a lot going on there. As you saw behind Darylyn, she didn't even see it. The building is actually crumbling as we're talking right now, and we'll make sure we will keep you updated on WLNS.com and, of course, throughout the day.
With 6 News at 6. A fast-moving fire destroyed parts of an apartment building in Ingham County, and tonight there are a lot of people without a home. It's our top story at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Siobhan Klepfer in for Sherry Jones. The fire started this morning at Nob Hill Apartments in Okemos, and fire crews had to work fast to get some people away from the flames, even rescuing some from balconies just minutes before the roof caved in. Darylyn Horn has been on the scene all day getting updates for us, and she is here for you now live. Darylyn, what else have you learned tonight?
Siobhan, we've been here since about 11 this morning, but residents I spoke with say they smelled smoke as early as 8:30 this morning. Now, we were able to get some updates from the fire chief at Meridian Township, and he tells us all this started because of a couch fire. Now, if you take a look behind me, you can see that firefighters are still on the scene trying to put out pockets of fire in this building. The fire was just tragic this morning, and it still looks pretty bad. Now, residents I spoke with are obviously devastated who are affected by this because we're just 4 days away from Christmas.
It just doesn't turn off. They thought they turned it off, but then the fire started again.
Vin Amin and her 5 other family members say they woke up to flames in their hallway. She explains how she felt in those moments.
I got scared. Yeah. I was really scared. I was gonna cry.
The fire at Nob Hill Apartments in Okemos started around 10:30 this morning inside the building where the leasing office is, along with 17 other units. Fire officials from Lansing, East Lansing, and Mason were here to respond, along with Meridian Township Police. Brandon's unit is just a few feet away from where it happened.
I'm really hopeful that everyone got out of that building, though. That looks absolutely destroyed right now.
He means residents like Megan, whose apartment is completely flooded now. She says she's disappointed this happened right before Christmas.
It's really tragic. We had a lot of Christmas plans, and my grandparents were planning on coming down today, and now we don't even know what we're doing with anything. Like, we don't have a place to live right now, and our apartment is ruined, so it's really scary to think about how fast it changes.
Vin says she hopes everyone else got out in time, just like her and her family.
I think they're all out safely.
Now I'm going to take a step over so you guys can see the damage that this fire has caused. Now, the director with the management company of this building says they are going to team up with the Red Cross to help out as many residents as they can. In addition, the company has secured a block of hotel rooms for all affected residents. So at least tonight we can say that the residents affected by this fire have a place to stay. But in the meantime, we're going to just continue following this developing story here for you in Okemos. Darylyn Horn, 6 News.
Darylyn, thank you. Yeah, the Holiday Inn Express in Okemos is hosting the families and people that have been impacted by that fire. It is accepting donations at the front desk for anyone who would like to help out. Additionally, Meridian Township is trying to organize support for the people affected by the fire. Officials are encouraging anyone who would like to offer help to contact the Deputy Township Manager at the phone number or email address on your screen right there. And of course, make sure to stay with 6 News. We're going to update you as this story develops.
Wlns is here for you with 6 News at 11.
A mid-Michigan community has come together to help families forced from their homes by flames, and just 4 days before Christmas. It's our top story at 11. Thank you for joining us. I'm Siobhan Klepfer in for Sherry Jones tonight. Fire crews worked into the evening to knock down flames at Nob Hill Apartments in Okemos. That fire started this morning, but tonight the community is pooling together donations, essential items, and warm food to the families impacted by the fire. McCoy Scribner is here for you now in the studio with how the township is letting families know they are not alone. McCoy?
Siobhan, this lobby at the Holiday Inn Express in Okemos is filled with donations from people tonight looking to make sure that those affected are well taken care of.
Families who lost their homes in the fire were moved here to Holiday Inn Express in Okemos. And it's people like Danielle Galloway who are coming in to make sure they can stay in touch with loved ones.
A lot of times people who are fleeing from a fire or a disaster, they'll grab their phones but not their chargers. So I was in here this evening setting up 4 or 5 different charging stations, which will charge about 35 phones at a time.
Galloway says these types of things are important, especially after a tragic event.
Well, I know a lot of these people are wanting to let their families know that they're safe, especially during the holidays. So that's really just what our team is set up to do.
This was the scene just a couple of hours ago, with fire crews still working to put out hot spots. Parts of this apartment now a skeleton of what it once was. Fire officials say they were called here initially for reports of a couch fire.
And I'll tell you, it's like a war zone. It's awful. It's devastating. But the response by Meridian Township, we are going to make sure that the kids have a Christmas. We're going to make sure that the people have what they need, and it's all hands on deck. Everybody's out. We have about 15 people besides police and fire. We have 15 people working tonight and doing different things to make sure that we help the families.
Staff members at the hotel say they reserved 20 rooms for those who need a place to stay, and so far 16 rooms are currently occupied. Township officials say this incident was heartbreaking, but they're ready to respond.
But right now, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone that's involved, and this township is going to do everything we can, whatever we have to do, to take care of these families.
And Holiday Inn Express staff members tell me they're pretty set on donations for tonight, so the best bet would be to call tomorrow morning or within the next couple of days so they can inventory what they have and what they'll still need. Back to you.